M1 crash, 8 killed and 4 injured in horror accident after 2 lorries collided flattening a minibus, as witnesses tell of kids on board. 8 people have died in a horror pileup after a suspected drunk driver and another motorist collided with a minibus, children leaving it practically flat on the M1. A 31-year-old man has been arrested on suspicion of 1 count of causing death by dangerous driving and 1 of driving a motor vehicle when above the alcohol limit. Another lorry driver, aged 53, was also arrested and is currently being quizzed on suspicion of 1 count of causing death by dangerous driving. The motorway was closed southbound between junctions 14 and 15 near Milton Keynes but has since reopened. The 8 people who died were all from the minibus, and a further 4 people, including a young child, have been taken to hospital with injuries. One stunned eyewitness has told how he battled to save a little girl trapped in the minibus. Brett Smith said, "A family has been destroyed. I held a little girl by her arms, trapped inside a vehicle, for a good hour or so with the emergency services and the fire service trying to help. I walked home with a blanket that the ambulance service provided me to stay warm because the little girl has got my jacket to keep herself safe." The fire and ambulances services did a really good job. Shocking pictures of the mangled wreck of the minibus show it has been almost flattened following the horror. Emergency services remain at the scene on the southbound carriageway in Newport Pagnell following the smash at 3:15 am today. Ollie Miller, who witnessed the aftermath of the crash, said, "It looked horrible. The 2 lorries were badly smashed and I could see a vehicle underneath one of them. It was totally destroyed. The minibus was basically flat. I feel sorry for all those affected." Gail Smith, who drove past the accident, commented on social media, "We have just passed this accident, traveling on the northbound carriageway. The accident looked awful. Thoughts and prayers going out to all victims. Our emergency services doing an amazing job." The road is not expected to reopen for several hours with thousands of bank holiday motorists stuck in gridlock today. Motorist Valerie Selby urged fellow drivers to be patient, tweeting, "The accident that has shut the motorway is the most horrific I have ever seen." Thames Valley Police believe the minibus was traveling from the Nottingham area. Chief Inspector Henry Parsons from Thames Valley Police's Joint Operations Unit for Roads Policing, said, "Emergency services are continuing to work at the scene and road closures remain in place. We are aware there are a number of large-scale events taking place this weekend and this closure is likely to have a significant impact on traffic disruption, so please allow extra time for your journeys. Our thoughts are very much with the families of those involved in this morning's collision, and we are currently working to locate and inform their next of kins." AIM Logistics, who own one of the lorries involved in the smash, said, "We are currently working with the emergency services and investigation team at the scene of the accident and have little news to offer other than our driver was traveling southbound on the M1 at approximately 3 a.m. this morning when a collision with a minibus and FedEx lorry occurred. We will continue to work with the authorities as we try and piece together the pieces of this tragic incident. My thoughts are with all of those that have so sadly lost their lives and also those that have sustained injuries." Police have asked anyone who witnessed the collision and has not yet spoken to officers to contact them. Anyone who has any information which could assist the investigation should call the 24-hour Thames Valley Police Inquiry Center on 101 quoting URN 214 of 26/8. All of those who died are believed to have been traveling in the minibus, which was from the Nottingham area. The 2 lorry drivers have been arrested, one of them on suspicion of driving while over the alcohol limit. 4 people have been taken to hospital, including a child, Thames Valley Police said. The crash happened on the southbound M1 at Newport Pagnell in Buckinghamshire just before 3:15 BST. Both men are being questioned on suspicion of causing death by dangerous driving and are in police custody. The southbound carriageway is due to remain closed for a significant amount of time while emergency services work at the scene. The vehicles were all traveling in the same direction between junctions 15 and 14. Police said. Buckinghamshire and Milton Keynes Fire and Rescue Service said it had sent 6 crews as well as 3 search and rescue vehicles to the scene. Firefighters used hydraulic equipment to release 3 people from a vehicle. Thames Valley Police said the 2 lorry drivers, one aged 31 and from Worcestershire, the other aged 53 from Stoke-on-Trent, were being questioned. The 31-year-old man was detained on suspicion of one count of causing death by dangerous driving and one count of driving a motor vehicle above the legal limit. The road was closed for several hours, and